and welcome to the Green and Gold Gridiron Show. I'm Margot Morin.
I'm Chris Sheets from the Kissin' Country Morning Show. We got a bit of everything on the show today, Margot. It's going to be great. We've got a physiotherapist who's also the sports chaplain for the team. We'll tackle hunger, talk to Morley Scott, find out what's happening in the Eskimos world. And just because Montreal's in town, we will talk to a French cheerleader. Oui, oui.
We are starting the show off today meeting our French cheerleader, Andree.
Je m'appelle Andree. My name is Andree. I'm going to Campus Saint-Jean in general sciences. My major is in biology and my minor is in physics. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I just love sciences and that's what's interesting for me. I love biology. All through high school I just loved biology class. It was my favorite class, and I find that sciences are very general. I can do all sorts of things with that afterwards, so it's not a complete waste of time and money going into sciences. I would like to go into med school. Hopefully I could get in after only 2 years of sciences, but I might change my mind, but it's interesting. I got into gymnastics when I was about 7 years old. I came home doing cartwheels and my mom signed me up right away. I just kept doing recreational gymnastics all the way through elementary school, junior high, and I finally joined cheerleading when I was in grade 11. I've never competed in gymnastics. I did trampoline for a year, and I did some pre-competitive in trampoline, but I never competed. I thought it'd be something new. I'd been doing gymnastics for a long time, and I wanted to try something different. As a cheerleader, I do some tumbling, and I also do a lot of stunting. I love stunting. Tumbling is on the floor. It's basically only gymnastics, and stunting is with a group or a partner, and I just go in the air. Trampoline helps because going in the air and flipping in the air and landing right on the same spot helps with stunting because I want to find those hands. Well, my bases are actually, one of them was my coach at the high school that I was cheerleading with. So I already knew him very well. He taught me everything I know, and it makes it easy to trust him and have confidence that he'll catch me. I was very happy because I learned everything with him, and knowing that I'd be on the team with him and keep learning with him, it was very reassuring, and it made the whole experience not as scary. The first game was very nerve-wracking. I was very scared at the beginning, but once it got started and I was getting the hang of it, I got used to it and it was fun. I love being on the team. It's a lot of fun, great experience for me. I'm learning so much stunting, so much cheerleading. It's helping me open to the public and other people instead of just the people I know. Cheering in front of thousands of people, it's very exciting.
For 9 years now, there's been one game that actually has been considered the Tackle Hunger game each year, and it's the game you bring your food donations or your money, of course. And this year, thank you to Edmonton. What a year we had with it. We grabbed Hunger by its scrawny little neck and we rang it. We rang it. We rang it. We just grabbed it and we beat it like a retted mule. We just did that thing to Hunger. It was, sorry.
Just watch the next clip. I think you'll know what we mean.
All right.
Don't be shy. Well, this is our 9th year partnering with the Eskimos, and they've been an absolute tremendous team to work with. They're always very supportive. As you can see, we had Ricky Ray out here today, and it's a teamwork between Purolator, the Eskimos, and Edmonton's Food Bank.
Every fan that brings a donation will be eligible to enter in to get a signed Ricky Ray jersey, which I'm going to sign right now for them.
This has been a great program that Purolator does with the Edmonton Food Bank, along with the Eskimos, and just hearing the numbers. Edmonton fans are very generous, and it goes to a great cause. A lot of people and families in need that are hungry out there.
Overall, Purolator has helped deliver just over 4 million pounds of food. In Edmonton alone, we've done close to 430,000 pounds of food. By far and away, the most generous city and the most supportive city for the Purolator Tackle Hunger program. Every year, we can always count on Eskimos fans coming out and supporting the program, donating both a lot of food and a lot of cash, which helps the Edmonton's Food Bank.
We have been fortunate to be well supported by Edmonton Eskimo fans, and we've always come up on top as far as competition with other communities across Canada. And so it would be nice if we got close to 100,000 pounds, because that's what Calgary brought in. So all of it would be appreciated, and we're hoping people will come out, enjoy the game, and support Edmonton's Food Bank.
Well, we're a community-owned team, and we have a strong philosophy here in Edmonton with the Eskimos that we're a community-based team and want to do great things in the community. So this is a great program for us to be involved in. Purolator does a great job with the food bank, and it just raises a lot of money and a lot of donations for this food bank.
Oh, I guarantee you that the Eskimos fans will come out and support us on Friday. Calgary did 105,000 pounds of food a couple weeks ago. I know it's in the competitive blood here to really come out and set a new donation total for Purolator Tackle Hunger.
So you may remember last week, we got to know a bit more about the Eskimos chaplain, Brent Kassian. Now this week, we're going to find out more about this CFL chaplain as we go to his workplace at the Capilano Health Centre.
I'm one of the principals of Capilano Rehab Centre, and actually currently I function as the executive director here.
Well, good afternoon, Cindy. How's it going? Yeah, how are you? Yeah, just fine. A great afternoon.
Also have my physiotherapy license. I'm a licensed physiotherapist in Alberta. I've been practicing for 10 years plus, some years on top of that, and I'm a University of Alberta graduate. Went to U of A. That's where I got the training, etc. And I've always had an interest, I guess in sports and in sports rehabilitation, I guess it would be. And probably, some of that, when I think back how that happened, I can think of two reasons that probably happened. One was my dad was a hockey player. Actually, was a Team Canada gold medal guy back in the 50s. My uncle Dennis was an original edition Edmonton Oiler. And of course, my son is now a hockey player, NHL player, Minnesota Wild. But I don't know what happened to me. The talent skipped a generation. I think it skipped. And but I had an interest because I'd be hanging around my dad, and you'd be seeing sports injuries and kind of what things would do. And back at that time, it was some rudimentary sports physiotherapy. And then my mom was a nurse, and that kind of pushed me a little bit to look at getting into physiotherapy. And I kind of liked it because you'd use your brain. So you kind of would take some book smarts, and then you'd have to use a lot of times, physical or physiotherapy is your hands. So it's kind of like some street smarts, right? Street work stuff. And it just seemed to fit. Really enjoyed it. One of the fun parts of working as a physiotherapist is that you're able to see very often you see results and often very quickly, and you see progress in people's physical health right before your eyes. Someone can walk in and that shoulder is just not moving, and you do a treatment, and 45 minutes later, it's like their flexibility's back, the pain's out, and it's very, very satisfying to see that and be able to help people.
What a nice guy. Not only is he fixing people's sprained ankles, but he's also mending their souls.
Yeah, amazing. You know what? And on a related note, Morley Scott with Morley's Minute, the chaplain, Morley does a great job of calling Hail Marys. Is that bad? Anyway, let's check out what's going on in the Eskimos world with Morley.
All right, Chris, thanks very much. I'm here with linebacker Mike Cornell. He's a linebacker, but he's also a special teams assassin. One of a group of Eskimos on the cover team are just terrific. You had a pretty neat experience last week. You were from Hamilton. You grew up in Hamilton. You grew up a Tiger Cat fan. Going to games at Ivor Wynne Stadium. You got to play there for the first time in your CFL career. What was it like?
It was absolutely amazing being able to play in front of my family and friends. We had a big turnout as far as people I know. It was awesome to see everybody.
You were telling me earlier that you sat in the stands there and often got gloves from players. You went one further than handing a kid your gloves.
Yeah, well, when I was a little kid, I used to sit in the end zones, and we used to beg all the visiting teams to throw their gloves up. And so I remember that, and that was a big part of going to the games when I was a kid. So I saw some kids from the old HMFA team I played with before. They're standing behind our bench asking me for gloves and whatever. So I remember what it was like, so I threw up my cleats.
You gave him your shoes?
Yeah, I gave him my cleats, yeah. I thought they'd like that.
Very nice. Nicely done. Let's look ahead to the Montreal Alouettes. Another tough test for the Eskimos.
Yeah, it's gonna be they're a good team. We're playing well right now, so we're gonna come out and do what we gotta do, and we're gonna win.
All right, that's Mike Cornell. We'll send it back to you guys.
Well, that just about does it for today's episode, but remember you can tune in next Wednesday starting at 4:30 p.m. on Shaw TV Channel 10. Of course, you can check us out online anytime at esks.com and shawtv.com. But before we go, I'd like to mention that tonight is the Eskimos Women's Dinner in the new field house at Commonwealth Stadium. They have a great program planned for tonight, and to date, they've raised $135,000 for ovarian cancer since 2007. So hats off to them.
Absolutely amazing story. Special thanks to the Edmonton Eskimos for making a cameo appearance on the show. Yes, they're getting excited for their big game against the Montreal Alouettes Friday night, of course. It's actually a 7 o'clock kickoff, and it's my favorite game of the year because the kids all get to come. You get those school vouchers. Kids between the ages of kindergarten to grade 9 can come down. This place will just be vibrating. The kids get a chance to do it. So kids, watch for your vouchers, and we will see you here, of course. Check Shaw HD listings. You can listen to the game on the Voice of the Eskimos at 6:30 CHED. But until next time,
Go Esko!
For 9 years, I'll try saying years this time. That team will tackle hungry. Things are coming together. My master plan. Okay.
A world domination.
All right.
On ShawTV.com.
This is.
It's my turn. Hogger.
What else do you have?
And that's how we get down around
I
here.
am so sorry.